Hey everybody, this is the Pissed Rhino Show. Sorry, I'm having some camera difficulties. My stand does not like to stand. Alright, let's see if that works. Alright, so today we are starting the big build. This is going to be an Arrma Kraton 6S, loosely based on that, because we'll be running 8S, and every component is basically aftermarket except for little things like seals. So let me show you what I did the other day. So we knew we were going with the Just Bash It RC chassis. I think it's a 6mm thick. And then I added the RamJam. I had a RamJam Racing. These are the instructions, pretty simple. But yeah, RamJam motor mount and center diff carrier. It's pretty beautiful, just like the chassis. So we got that done so far. Inside here is a 50 tooth Arrma diff with like I think 100,000 diff fluid or something. And then what I started was I started building up the bulkheads, and then we're going to get those mounted on the shock towers. That's the rear. It mounts up somehow. Ah, there we go. So yeah, actually it goes like this. Just like that. So, I will be building up this rear bulkhead with the diff, bearings, and I'll show all that to you right here. And then we're going to mount the shock tower to the bulkheads. I do have to do some drilling to get the EBX shock mounts to fit, because they're thicker than the normal Kraton 6S shock mounts, so I'll have to drill a little bit out. Not that big a deal. And so yeah, these are Integy. I don't know if you can read that or not. These are Trail Hobby. And then we got RamJam, and then we got Just Bash It RC. We've got our bearings, which are Fushi bearings. Profession makes excellence. So there's the ball bearings. And then from K&K, we have every screw needed for this build. Now mind you, some of the parts come with their own stainless, and I'll use that. But when they don't, when they come with a pack of these, I will compare sizes and replace these screws with stainless. That's the plan to build the whole truck. So, another thing I need to do, which I might do first, is is I want to build up the ESC tray and mount it and see if there's any more room. I don't even know if this will fit. Yeah, I think it will. It'll be close, but it'll fit in there, I think. Might have to drill out some holes a little bit, but let's see what we got here. No time like the present, right, guys? So this goes like this. Ah. Yeah, the holes line up perfect. So that's good. No extra drilling or anything like that. So that'll mount there on pedestals. And then we'll have to try and fit the motor and the ESC in the same spot. So for right now, I'm going to replace all these screws too. So you take your flat screws and you just screw these on. Pretty simple. Very small screws. I think the M2C one has 4 mounts, but this one only has 3. Which is kind of weird. Sorry to reach across. I don't want to get these tight. Then we might have to go ahead and break out the ESC, and I'll show you what I'm doing to it. So all I'm doing is tighten these up, make sure they're really tight. I know the M2C one's really good carbon fiber, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. And it seems like this one's not too bad either. Alright. So there we have it. These are the 3 holes, I guess. No. Oh, there is one more. Okay. So if we look at this, yeah, I put this one on the wrong hole anyway. Of course I did. The M2C one actually comes with pretty good instructions. This one came with absolutely nothing. So basically what I'm saying is, if you can afford the little extra that the M2C is, I'd probably get it. I mean, this one's a good option, but no instructions. Alright, so there we go. All 4 are in. So now what we gotta do is we gotta get our ESC out. And I got some, and the reason I want to do that is I got some things in the mail. Not that. This is ADU Racing, or DU, and so I got this little guy, and this goes over the top of the ESC, and then this allows you to run this fan, which I don't know what size it is. Everything's in freaking Chinese or Korean or Japanese, I'm not sure where they're out of. But you mount that like that, and to be honest, I don't know what kind of room I've got. I might have enough. It's gonna be like that. I don't know. I think we'll try it. As long as I can use my Venturi. Let's check that real quick. Yeah. Not a problem. Cool. Alright, so I got the Max 6. Max 6 is a 200 amp ESC made for 1/6 and 1/7 scale RCs. I forgot. I'm going to have to solder on connections for this guy, which is no big deal. Just got to remember to do it. Alright, so you can see here, this goes all the way down here. Here, I'll show you. So These 4 bolts actually hold the fan shroud and the fan on. So. And then so all this has to go back through here. Kind of a pain in the boot. These don't go through. Alright, I get you. Yeah, so that's cool. Well, this don't fit at all. Not sure which one this is made for, but it sure as hell ain't made for this one. Maybe it's a V1, V2 thing. This is a G2, so maybe it's a G1. Anyhow. So, if I want, I can still mount this on here. It just depends on what I want to do. Because I got this. Or I can do just like my other truck. I'm probably just going to do that. One thing I do want to see is, does this plug in there? Oh, wow. So this actual fan actually plugs directly into the ESC. I'm gonna do that. I might not. I'm not sure. But I think I got it. I'm going to pull the body off the other one and compare. It's a good thing when building two, is you can always look at the other one to see what you did. And so yeah, I got it mounted like this. This is a little tougher. I should have done it the other way, but let me do this off camera real quick. And there we go. It's still waterproof and everything. Just doesn't have that shroud on it. All we did was remove this thing. The little fan. We're going from a 30mm fan to a 35mm fan. And there we go. Now this, after we get all the, let's get this out of the way. Do you really let me down? What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the distance between the motor mount can't tell. I'm going to have to mount this up and just test it. Might have to re-drill holes in this again, like I did for the other one. Just gonna put a couple of these in here to test fit. Like I said, I still have to put connections on this and all that good stuff. This is gonna be way too close. I am definitely gonna have to drill these out. Yeah, there's no way. About 5 millimeters off. So I will have to re-drill this. As for the motor, oh, and M2C, they have their perfect mesh tool. Well, this one has perfect mesh built into it. You don't need a tool. See that right there? I don't know if you can see that, but it's got this little wheel that moves it for you. So you can set your perfect mesh. Then once set, you tighten down those screws and then you got your motor mounted. FYI, this chassis holds this motor. There's no overhang. I mean, that is just beautiful. I'm very excited about that. I'm not going to mount it in here because we got a lot of other shit to do. But as far as the test fit goes, it's perfect. And at this point, I'm sure the holes line up. I'll just have to figure that out. But looks good on there, doesn't it? And then this guy sitting here. Sweet. Alright, so I think that's enough recording for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this ESC to fit perfectly. So I'm going to drill some holes there. And then I'm going to finish up the bulkheads with the diffs. One thing I wanted to show you is that the trail diffs have two bearings holding in the pinion. So you use one of the normal bearings on the inside, and then they provide you with this bearing which goes on the outside because it's a different size than anything that's in this truck. So they provide you with the added extra bearing. So that's pretty cool, I thought. At least you're not searching around to try and figure that out. So if you're putting these together, please know that two bearings go on this. One on the inside, one on the outside. Alright. I'm going to get busy on all that, and I will talk to you guys later. Probably Monday, I'll give an update on where I'm at. Because I'm not going to be able to work on this much today. It's Saturday. But tomorrow, I'm meeting a buddy to get a stunt ramp. This gentleman made the ramp from scratch, painted it all up, and I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. So I'll see if he'll let me say his name on the video here for next week or next time, and that way everybody can know what a great guy this guy is. So anyway, thanks for your time. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.